My interest in mushroom started back in my village in Marange. I became an orphan when I was 7. And at that age, I had to be responsible for putting food on the table. And I lived with my grandmother, with whom I had my very first experiences of foraging for wild mushrooms. I realized the potential of cultivating mushrooms and providing hope and food for other people by this first encounter in my village. After my training, I came back to my village. I was able to grow mushrooms, to sell them, earn some money, able to buy food for myself, but also paying school fees for other orphans in my community.
I started the School for the Blind in Thessaloniki as a chess trainer back in 1993. 2 years after, blind football became a movement globally in order to start the official sport. And after the chess trainings, I went down with my chess players to practice this sport, me as a sighted goalkeeper and them as totally blind footballers. It took me 20 years to realize the need to create a unique mini-blind football. A blind football for adults exists in the Paralympic calendar. But when I met Leandros, changed my life. I gave him the adults ball that already existed, and it was impossible for him to play with his little sisters.
Comparte por una Vida Colombia was founded in 2018 in Colombia, and we felt the urge to start working with the host communities in order to tell them who were these people who was migrating from Venezuela to Colombia. Right now, we have almost 3 million Venezuelans living in Colombia. So we started thinking how we can start closing those gaps between those communities, host communities and the migrants communities. And we do this through our model Stay in School, which has 3 components. So we started working through recovering of malnourishment. The second component, which is very important, is all the public health. So we promote and we prevent some practices like a wash and access to water and deworming, mental health. And also we have a wonderful component which is governance and with rights and duties. So we started working with these communities to understand their rights and duties.
I maintain energy and focus for my work by the positive and tangible results that I see in real people's lives, the ones that I work with every day. The stories of how a mother says, I've been able to give my children a meal every day. That they are able to say, my average income per month is not anymore $74 US, but it has grown 3 or 5 times more. I've been able to pay school fees for my child. We have not gone to bed without food. Domestic violence has reduced in my household because I'm able to bring something to the table as well. These kind of stories really are what maintains my energy and focus for the work.
This ball means a lot for these children because the right to play becomes a reality. Most of the children with visual impairment, they attend general schools and it was impossible to play all together. Now it is possible to play with sighted pupils. So there was a global need to distribute for free and donate these mini-blind footballs not only in my country, but globally. In the last 4 years, this ball jingles in every country and every territory around the world. A ball for all is a great need. And there are also many other visionaries around the world, but sharing the same values with a ball for all, to implement it, to deliver it for everybody. And you know, this ball has a heart inside, and we follow our hearts.
We have challenges every day, of course, and I am really grateful for them because those are the ones that make us move. This is a way of life. So I keep the energy understanding that serving is first. Serving is my passion. This is a way of life. This is not only a work. This is the way I decided to live my life. And it's a commitment I have with myself.